Well, what a game of test match cricket have we witnessed. And who says test match cricket is boring? Because if we have the likes of a Pujara, Pant, Ashwin and Vihari on one side, because these are all warriors and fighters, and absolutely taking nothing away from the Aussie bowlers, Cummins, Stark, Hazelwood and Lyon, who bowl their lives out, test match cricket becomes the most beautiful format to watch and enjoy. And if we have a look at everything that happened into the lead up to the third test match, it's just crazy. Biosecurity bubble breaches, COVID creating a big havoc in Sydney becoming a huge hotspot, crazy restrictions for quarantine at Brisbane, that fourth test match happening or not, racial abuses, players getting injured left, right and centre, and most of all people putting their bodies on the line for the country that they're representing, and so much more. Let's take a minute and let's quickly have a look back at what has been a fantastic test match, the third test match between India and Australia, played at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Well, if we have a look at the build-up to Australia's innings, because Australia obviously won the toss, overhead clouds waiting to pour down on the Sydney Cricket Ground, David Warner coming back into the side, young Will Pucovski making his debut, it looked a pretty solid build-up. If we start at the innings, David Warner got out cheaply, but Will Pucovski's 62 brilliant runs on debut was absolutely sensational, but the batting mainstays for Australia, Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne, had to come together. Steve Smith scored a century, Marnus Labuschagne missed out on one, and obviously contributions here and there got Australia to a good total, first innings total of 338 runs on the board. If we have a look at what India did, Jadeja picked up 4 wickets and that Steve Smith run out were the highlights of India's bowling. Let's quickly move on and talk about how India batted, because Rohit Sharma was now back, obviously a huge boost for any side that he plays for, and young Shubman Gill, who had a great first test match. Brilliant partnership at the top of the order, 70 runs. Rohit Sharma got out and then Shubman Gill did right after that. He scored his first test half century, although. After this came in Cheteshwar Pujara, who scored a very slow half century and was criticized by a lot of cricket experts and the greats of the game. Contributions here and there from every individual coming in and chipping in with a few runs. India were bundled out for a good 244. Obviously, Australia did have a great lead, and in the Indian innings there were 3 run-outs. Australia's bowlers were really fantastic. Cummins with 4, Stark with 1 and Hazelwood with 2. So this was the highlight in the first innings, but something very negative happened for the Indian fans, because Ravindra Jadeja injured his thumb while batting and was ruled out of the rest of the test match series, and Rishabh Pant also got hit on the elbow, and both these chaps did not take the field when Australia were batting in their second innings. Well, Australia came out to bat for the second time in the test matches, didn't get off to a great start. Both the openers fell cheaply. Again, it was the Labuschagne-Smith partnership coming to the rescue, but obviously the highlight of this innings was Cameron Green's 84, his career best, and Tim Paine contributing with 39 runs. And Australia declared their innings on 312 for 6. India had a huge total of 400 plus runs that they had to get to, and it was not going to be an easy ask with so many injuries and so many players on the line out of this test match series getting hit on their bodies. It was not going to be an easy start. They definitely needed a very solid opening partnership. Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill provided the team with one. Rohit Sharma scoring a half century this time, Pujara again contributing with another half century, but it was the Pant show this time around. He was criticized a lot for his keeping, and he obviously got hit on his elbow when he was batting the first innings, and he didn't take the field in the second innings of Australia's batting, but he came out and he scored 97 magnificent runs of 118 balls and gave India a chance of winning this test match. But Pujara got out and Rishabh Pant got out very soon, and after which it had to be Ravi Ashwin and Hanuma Vihari who had to come to Team India's rescue. About 178 deliveries that they had to play after the tea break was over. It was not going to be an easy ask at all for Team India. Ravindra Jadeja was not fit. He was not going to, we never knew if he was going to bat or not. He was obviously padded up, and but his thumb was dislocated or injured or fractured, and it was not going to be an easy ask. And Hanuma Vihari tore his hamstring, and but despite all of that, Ravi Ashwin and Hanuma Vihari scored a brilliant partnership, put up a partnership of 60 plus runs and made sure that India saved this test match. The game was drawn, the series is level at 1-1, and an absolute thriller is awaiting us at Brisbane. Well, fielding is definitely a point of concern for both these sides, but India have many more problems just other than fielding. If we have a look at it, Ravindra Jadeja and Hanuma Vihari are definitely not going to play the next match. So who comes in and replaces both these players? Where is Ravi Ashwin going to bat? Is Mayank Agarwal going to come in and either of Rohit Sharma or Shubman Gill go low down the order to stabilize the middle order? Where is Rishabh Pant going to bat? Is he going to bat only as a batsman and Riddhiman Saha continues to be a keeper batsman? And is Kuldeep Yadav going to come in to replace the left-handed Jadeja, and India go with the same set of fast bowlers and Ravi Ashwin as the off-spinner? So many questions that the Indian team needs answers for, and Ajinkya Rahane and Ravi Shastri only have 3 days before the final test match, which is technically the decider. You guys let me know what you think should happen, and in the meantime, it's me, Adarsh, signing off.